Hi, this is Sujita. Welcome to the Focus Net JRF English Literature channel. Today we are going to see about two writers who are so close, that is Thomas Wyatt and Earl of Surrey, Henry Howard. And we will also see Totell's Miscellany. Okay, so let's see first about Sir Thomas Wyatt. His timeline is from 1503 to 1542. He is a poet and he educated at St. John's College, Cambridge. So he is an important and popular member of the court of Henry VIII. He served Henry VIII with number of missions and in various offices, and he was also knighted in 1535. And when Anne Boleyn, she lost king's favor because she didn't give him a hire, he was also accused. Okay, Anne Boleyn was accused of adultery, and he was also accused and was arrested and imprisoned. In suspicion that he is also one of her lover. So, but then he was released the same year, and he was in favor with the king again and was made an ambassador to Charles V in 1537. He died suddenly at Sherborne diplomatic mission. When he was in a diplomatic mission, he was actually ill and he died suddenly. Let's see about his works, about his poems. So, none of the Wyatt poems was appeared in prints in his lifetime while he was alive. So, every work of him was published posthumously. So, more of his poetry, lyrics and satires, all, it appeared in Totell's Miscellany. We'll be seeing that in the end. So, it was published in 1557. And Wyatt, contributed 91 poems in Totell's Miscellany. Okay. And along with Surrey, he was the first to domesticate the sonnet into English. He was the first one. These two people were the first one to introduce sonnet into the English language. So Wyatt and Surrey, they founded English Renaissance poetry. They introduced Terza Rima of Dante and Ottava Rima. So Wyatt, he also introduced the Horatian satire. We will see what is Terza Rima and Ottava Rima in the next upcoming slides. What is Terza Rima? So it is a series of 3 stanzas interlocked by rhyme. So this is the rhyme: ABA, BCB, CDC and DED. So it is a form was originally Italian, is an Italian form which was used by Dante, introduced by Dante in the Divine Comedy. You all know about Divine Comedy, right? So Wyatt, he borrowed the Terza Rima form from Dante and he introduced it in English language. Let's see about what is Ottava Rima. It is also a verse form using stanzas of 8 lines. So each with 11 syllables. And the rhyming of Ottava Rima is AB, AB, AB and CC. So this is also Italian in origin. It was much used by Tasso, Ariosto, Luigi Pulci and other Italian masters. So this form was also introduced into English by Thomas Wyatt. Let's see about Henry Howard, because Wyatt and Howard, they cannot be separated. They did so many works in collaboration. So we also have to see Henry Howard, who is called as Earl of Surrey. So his timeline is from 1517 to 47. He is also a poet. He is a translator. He is also closely connected to Henry VIII. He is the son of Thomas Howard, who is an Earl of Surrey. So Henry Howard, he received the courtesy title Earl of Surrey when his father became 3rd Duke of Norfolk in 1524. Actually, you know one thing, Howard is a heir to be a king after Henry VIII. If at all Henry doesn't have an heir, Howard should be the king. But, Edward born. So, but there is something suspicious people were creating something suspicious behind Howard, that Howard is plotting towards young Edward, and he was accused by the king, and he was even charged of treason, and he was executed. So he was actually 14 years younger than Wyatt. He was also a poetic disciple of Wyatt's, but because of the suspicion, he was executed on charge of treason. He was barely 30. He is not even 30. He is educated in English and French courts. His translations of book 2 and book 4 of the Aeneid introduce blank verse in English poetry. So you know Aeneid, right? So it has so many books. So book 2nd and book 4th was translated by Henry Howard, and that is how blank verse is known to the English language. So Sir Philip Sidney, he founds Surrey lyrics to be many things tasting of a noble birth and worth of a noble mind. So Henry Howard, along with Wyatt, is also called as father of English sonnet. So these two people, they introduced sonnets in the English language. So Henry Howard, he had contributed 36 poems totally in Totell's Miscellany. So let's see about what is Totell's Miscellany. It is actually a first of the poet Miscellany, popular in the later 16th century, brought out in 1557 by the printer Richard Totell. So Richard Totell is a publisher. So he had published so many people's work. So he was the one who brought out this work, Totell's Miscellany. The work's name is Miscellany. Okay, so in collaboration, he did it in collaboration with Nicolas Grimald. Actually, the title is different. The original title was, look at the original title, is a very big one, very long title. Songs and Sonnets written by the Right Honourable Lord Henry Howard, late Earl of Surrey, and other. This was the original title. And this work contained 271 poems and 54 sonnets. And Wyatt had contributed 91 and Howard had contributed 36, and some others have also contributed to the work. So poem have the references to both Catholicism as well as the Protestantism. It bears the cultural impact of English Reformation that happened during the period of Henry VIII. So who are the other poets who wrote for Miscellany? That is Thomas Norton. Even Chaucer has written had composed one poem, which is also added in this work, Totell's Miscellany. I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, just comment me. Thank you.